You just witnessed a fully realized production of When You're a Shark. And because you saw that, there were actors, many actors, and costumes and sets
and props.
And as happens in sort of regional theaters, when people are workshopping a show, as this was the first performance and last performance of this show, the cast and crew would like to have a talk back with you about the musical that you just watched. So if anyone here has questions, all you gotta do is come and stand up in this line right here. Tell us who your question is for, and we will bring out a member of the cast or the crew to do whatever. And we have time for a couple, yeah, so lining up would be great.
Amazing. So you're going to be asking questions of the full cast and crew of the actual production of When You're a Shark. Great. Tell us your name and who your question's for.
Hello. My name is Kyle, and I have a question for the set designer.
Yes,
Great.
Kyle, for the set designer, yes.
Yes, hi. So going back to Taffy and Fudge's Fudge and Taffy Emporium, I found it very impressive that the entire set for their shop was made out of fudge and taffy. So I suppose my question would be, how did you go about designing that and mostly preserving the taffy and fudge to stay good for the entire set?
Right. Amazing. Okay, so here's how it was. I was given this job. I need to create a hot air balloon, a fancy office, a family Italian restaurant.
What you gotta know about Nigel is he's gonna get to your part of the question eventually.
Take your time, Nigel. Take your time.
It's a period piece. Yes, 1993 is a different time, a different place. So I thought, do you know the artistic thought of one for them, one for me? So one for them was I followed my director and producers and I made fantastic sets that met the show and provided the needs of the many, many settings.
Most of the set was one for us.
And the one for me was the Fudge and Taffy and Fudgeaporium.
Didn't need to be made out of fudge.
I really like candy.
Yeah.
And I thought if we used real candy, I'd need to strike the candy every night and take home a large amount of candy.
How's that working?
I have a large amount of candy.
A lot of flies, as you noticed, too, in the audience as well.
Apologies.
But we're sticking with it.
Thank you for your
so much.
question.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, what's your name and who's your question for?
My question is for the actors who played Fudge and Taffy. So, are you twins in real life, or did you meet at the audition?
Thank you for asking that. We, if you can see, we are in fact twins in real life.
Are you sure? You don't look like twins in real life.
No, we're fraternal twins.
Fraternal twins. Twins! There are two types.
More if you venture into the realm of fantasy.
Riddle me this, riddle me that.
Yes.
Did one egg split or were two fertilized? It's the latter.
It's the latter.
And that's how twins
That's fraternal
work.
twins. Sometimes. But it's always such a dream to work with you.
Such a dream to work with family.
When we're here, we're family. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. Who's your question for? What's your name?
I'm Madeline, and my questions are for the actors. I heard there was going to be a movie adaptation, and I was curious. Who do you think James Corden is going to be playing?
Well,
a lot of us are like, we're trying to keep an open mind, and obviously we're like so excited for the story to have legs.
I'm pissed about it.
Okay, well, let's be optimistic. A rising tide floats all ships, and I think like bringing
The
more
rising
eyes-
tide. Hey, Brenda, the rising tide is not going to float all
Okay,
ships.
well, I'm just saying,
Let me
like-
tell you how this fucking goes. Okay? We work our ass off to mount this production.
Okay.
And James Corden walks in and throws a dart at a board, and that's who he plays. And we are all getting recast. They're not taking a single one of us.
I personally thought it was really humble of him to be the basket man. Because I think there are showier parts that he could go for, and I thought, that's cool, Corden, as a post-late show gig. Or whatever the show he is.
Listen, I'm not mad because he's not a talented man. I'm mad because he's already done many things.
I know.
I'll look up to you, James.
Thank you.
Thank you so
for
much
your question.
Hello, what's your name? Who's your
My name is
question for?
Sean, and I have a question for the zoologist for this production.
Yes, well spotted.
Yeah, so
Someone read the program.
one thing I did notice is the zoologist's abrupt refusal to say anything about the size of sharks and whether one shark was bigger than the other. And I was just wondering about their reasoning for that, not
I
giving
have
any
to
info.
suspect that someone in this audience has already solved this. Maybe not. But
I mean, we'll ask him now. Hey, you wanna? No one knows. No one knows which is bigger, and there's no way to know.
thank you for your question.
Okay, well, thank you.
Hi, what's your name and who's your question for?
Hi, my name is Jeremiah. My question's for the prop lead. So I noticed that there was a diorama of Atlantis throughout the whole musical, and I want to know, is that set up for the sequel, or?
If you read the producer's note, you'll know that this whole musical started because someone pitched, someone saw Aquaman and thought, that city is cool, let's do a musical there. And then a lot changed in the rewrites. But we still have the diorama.
Well, it was a very cool diorama.
It's so cool. Here's the thing, it's in water.
We thought maybe some people will just think this is a fish tank for ambiance.
Oh, it's not a fish tank, it's the diorama.
Yeah, this person knows. Jeremiah
I just want to
got
make sure
it.
everyone knows.
Well, now,
You can't just put something in water and have it be a diorama. A fish tank is a fish tank.
sure.
I don't know why I'm mad. But thank you for your question.
You can't put anything in a fish tank and call it a diorama.
Yeah, that's why I'm mad.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Logan.
Hi, Logan.
I have a question for the writers.
There's 7 of them.
Takes a village.
The story behind the family history felt very real. I'd like to know how much truth there is in that.
Well, actually, funnily enough, most of us come from a background in which some family member had an interaction with a speaking animal.
Okay, so mine was actually, my family traveled to the Galapagos and they met like one of those really big turtles. And when they came back, they were like, the turtle told us that one of us is going to perish. And we said, die? And they said, no, perish. So I lived with that for a while. And so I was able to bring a lot of that haunting ethos to the story.
And when I was young, there was a bat in a cave, and it landed on my shoulder, and it said, I'm pretty sure that I needed to divest. And it didn't elaborate on that. It just flew away, and that's sat with me. But it was sort of a coincidence that we all had that in our backstory.
Yeah, and it was really healing for us to put some of this truth into the story.
Can we have chairs up at the front? No.
No, there's not enough
you
chairs
may not.
for all 7 of you.
Thank you, though.
Thank you, though.
Thank you for coming to go back in your pen. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your question.
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Erin. I have a question for the writers as well, all 7 of them.
Come back.
All right, come back. We
Yeah.
were gonna eat salami, but we can stay out here.
You said we could have what was left on the salami tray after everyone else got some.
Sorry, you have a question for us? Neat.
Oh, yeah. I was just wondering what the significance was behind changing Dominic Jr.'s name to Anthony halfway through the show.
So, I'm pretty sure his name was not Dominic. The grandpa was Dominic. But I think it's usually one of those things where people go by middle names and nicknames.
Yeah, if you look in the program, actually that character's name is Dominic Anthony Jr.
It also could be that the character of Rebecca calls someone whatever name she feels fits them.
It also could be that the actor screwed up and beefed it big time. But like, you have to know that in the script it's consistent. We double checked.
They're from the family of Dominics. The place used to be called Dominics, but I feel like there was a lineage of Dominics that didn't necessarily include him, and then he was given the name of Anthony.
Look, we needed to know that they feel like a family, even though they don't all have the same name. Okay, don't cry. Jesus.
You
I'm
can
sorry.
have as many of the cold cuts as you want.
Just have the meat.
Even the roast beef?
Just
yeah,
all
sure,
of them. Just go
fine.
eat meat. Whatever.
Get out of here.
Thank you.
Shoo. Thank you for your question. Thank you for keeping them honest.
Hi, I'm Emma.
Hi, Emma.
I was just wondering for the animal handler and director, kind of Was there any issues bringing live sharks onto set?
Yes! As the director, yes, there was.
I told you it'd be fine.
And
I told you it would be the challenge that you were after.
Listen, it was a challenge. It was fine. I'll tell you where we met in the middle. We decided we didn't need a big, big snake on stage for the big, big snake song. Because originally...
Okay, but I am reading the script, trying to do my work, trying to do my research,
Yes.
and I see snakes, so I start providing a snake.
Yes. This is not your fault. I'm just saying, the song is so short.
The script
it's not worth it to
motivated
hide
a
a big,
snake,
big
so
snake.
I motivated a snake acquisition. And now that snake is mine. And now that snake is mine.
The sharks, by the way, are... Oh. We'll see him when we see him. The sharks, by the way, are union, so they're all...
We couldn't keep them at this point.
No, they left.
They left.
Yeah.
They-
Which is good. You have to know your boundaries.
You
as
have
a
to get back in the
performer.
water if you're a shark.
Yeah, when people are like, the show must go on, it's like, yeah, but also these people are working.
Yeah, you know, it's a job.
So, yeah.
Thank you so much for your question. Hello.
Hello. Hi, my name's Shayna. I had a question for the lyric writer slash the music writer slash the director slash the actor who played Dominic Sr., who of course is all the same person.
Great.
What was
You
your...
really read the program.
Yeah.
You thought, I'm seeing this name a bunch of times.
Yeah, it's pretty repetitive. Repetition sticks in human brains. My question was, what was your inspiration behind the framed narrative of sort of setting with the beginning scene of like, this is the story that sort of puts the whole plot into motion?
Can we come back?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Could we stop-
You can get back to
Could
me.
we
Thank
stop you?
No, I don't know. Yeah, you know, a great opening. Well, it's like a great mise en scène. It's like a great
boy.
appetizer. It's sort of like when you sit down to dine and you're not ready to feast, and you need just a slice of bread or a chip and a dip, or you need just a small.
Do you want this tray of food that we have up here?
Please.
Take
So it's sort of like when you realize that the meal is coming, but you're not really ready to feast yet. You need to in Italy you can have an aperitif, one of those amaros. I was big on amaros when I was writing this, so I put a lot of amaros in this
yeah.
story.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to make sure that people were ready. Classic opening that sets the scene but doesn't quite reveal any necessary details for the story.
Absolutely.
Thank
you very
you for
much.
your question.
Thank you for answering it.
You can take the tray.
The whole tray.
It's been out for hours. No one wants it.
I love hot meats.
Hi, my name's Sophie, and I had a question for the whole cast.
Okay.
So I know that in the original version, which on Off-Broadway I liked a little bit more, there was a song.
It played to a smaller house, I agree.
Yeah. This space isn't great
This space-
for it.
this space
the
is too
ceiling is too
vacuous.
high. The lyrics go out, and then where do they go? They don't find anyone.
Thank you. Sorry, continue.
So
your
you're
question.
right, but
Keep going.
continue.
There was a song that was cut for time where the lead went to every single store on the boardwalk
Yeah.
and attempted to acquire them, and I was just hoping to hear another rendition of that.
Yeah, the funny thing about this song is it's not the genre you expect it to be. Well, Rebecca, here we are.
And now to take over all of them, one by one.
But there's so many.
Let's slide on over to door number 1. Sounds like a ton of fun. T-shirts, memorabilia. I feel ya. Hello, I'll buy. Let's
Welcome to
go
door-
on to door number 2. Oh yeah, a doodly do.
The store and will never stop. They have many, many different kinds of clocks.
And door 3, a Christmas shop bee. Year-round ornaments and tinsel. I gotta get ya in for an inch
The
of
boardwalk, it always has more shops on this boardwalk. There is more and more and more and more and more. The boardwalk,
It always has more
shops. They always have more and more and more and more and more.
Shop more is a pharmacy. You still need a pharmacy. You see when you're by the sea. You might need a decongestant with your allergies.
Store 6 is a veterinarian shop that only serves birds. It's very small and it's quite absurd, but that's the business model I heard.
Store 7 is a smoke shop that also has karaoke.
Door 8 is a Gumby store that sells figures of Pokey.
The Boardwalk,
It only has
more shops. Boardwalk, there's always more shops. 10 is ice cream, 11 is ice cream, 12 is ice cream.
13 is meat, 14 is shoes, 15 is Blues Brothers memorabilia.
17 is old-timey photos where you act like cowboys.
18 is deodorant, a whole shop for deodorant.
A whole shop for deodorant.
A whole shop for deodorant. A whole shop for deodorant. It only has more shops on this boardwalk.
And they walked on and on and on and on and on and on and on and